Oh, hey, dude. Haven't seen you around in a while. How's it going? What are you doing out here? Ah, waiting for Ramona? Yeah, I get it. Let me guess. She said she'd be out at 3:30 and then sent you a text at 3:45 saying that she'll be out really soon. She just needs to check something. And what do you know? It's rolled over to 4. Like that isn't a story I haven't heard over and over again. Eh. I think Father sent me out here to bring her home before it got too late. But I don't think he's expecting that much from his cringe boy fail son. So now I can basically just do whatever. You have no idea how freeing it is to be the family disappointment. I haven't felt this much like a human person in years. So now that I think about it, I'm guessing you're Ramona's friend of sorts. Now, good on you, bud. I have no idea how you did it, but you managed it nonetheless, so color me impressed. Yeah, I don't know if you really picked up on this, but Ramona's what some would call a little... Give me a second. I'm trying to find the nicest word I can say. Neurotic. Because she is. Deeply and totally. Nervous, anxious, whatever word you want to put on it, it means nothing to me. But I swear that she has the blood pressure of a hamster in a daycare. And if given the opportunity to prove that, I most certainly will. What's the point in me saying all this? I don't know. I'm just killing time mostly. I was thinking of hitting up the e-cigarette shop for kicks, but I kinda got banned last time for trying to see if I could mod my kazoo to be used as a vape. So I guess I could make it my life's mission to be banned by every vape shop in the county. But I'm not really certain if I could commit to something like that. Yeah, I guess it really has been a while. I've changed a lot since I've last seen you. I mean, really seen you. That Rager was sick and all, but that was before I really knew what I was doing with, all this. I mean, just imagine that all your life you've had these chains weighing you down. And every minute you think you grow strong enough to carry them, an even heavier set is added to you. And another. And another. And another. And another. Until one day, all the chains just disappear. You don't get the chance to break them with your own 2 hands. They just outright stop existing. And now you're unstoppable. You're stronger than you ever even knew. And you're weightless. And you're always 2 seconds away from being crushed by an even heavier set of chains. That's basically been my life. I mean, 1 minute straight A's, straight hair, straightforward, and then the next thing you know, I'm not even straight. So that's been fun. And by fun, I mean my life's kind of in shambles, as I'd probably be disowned by now if my father wasn't so worried that he'd end up in some obscure tabloid for doing that. So now I'm trying to see what's the real breaking point for this brittle old man. I mean, come on. I don't think I've ever met the guy when he hasn't been a little sick all of the time. The fact that he's still alive, I think, is a shock even to him. Well, how else am I supposed to cope? The guy was a monster. He's weak and sickly, but you don't have to be strong to do the stuff that he did to us. Might even still be doing to Ramona. Might have gotten even worse for her since I've been away. I hope she can forgive me someday. I hope she'd have the common sense to do the same thing I did if she was in the same position I am now. Yeah. I guess that was just kind of a long-winded shovel speech for you. Sorry. I really didn't want to be one of those guys, but there's not a snowflake's chance in hell Father would have done it for me unless she got pregnant or something. And even then, that's... I'm getting off topic. We're coping. We're both coping in different ways despite being faced with many of the same scenarios. I coped by falling short of everything he ever wanted in a son, but she made the decision to cope by falling short of everything he'd want in a daughter. And the saddest part is that she hasn't even realized it yet, because she still thinks he's on her side. I'd explain it if I really thought that she'd listen, but let's face it, she thinks I'm part of the problem. And as long as she does, she'll never be willing to accept reason. But she might accept it if it comes from someone like you. I'm not asking you to outright tell her. She'd know it was me putting words in your mouth, and that would break her trust to such a extreme degree that she might never try to connect with someone like you again. So I can't ask you to tell her. But I can ask you to be there for her in my stead. Show her that there's a world outside of those books and beyond those barred windows that's kind and good and worth exploring, as voraciously as she does everything else that catches her interest. I guess you could call this something like a blessing, though. Though I have no idea if you've gotten that far, and frankly, I don't want to know. But, just take care of her. We don't really talk anymore, and, well, she certainly doesn't talk to me. But I can just tell that you make her so unbelievably happy. It's in her eyes. It's in her voice. It's in the wanting, not the having. I know she can be a bit neurotic and nervous. Maybe a little bit nosy at times and not always the easiest to deal with. But she's also just so kind and so meek, and just so afraid of shattering this, whatever she's built with you. I can see that. That night of that big rager, I honestly shoved the two of you in there by chance. I figured that you had to have a crush on somebody in that room, statistically speaking. And I didn't want to be lectured about a vase. So she went in with you as a match made in heaven. And honestly, I have no idea what happened in there. And I really don't want to know. But so much has changed for the better for her since that night that I can't help but want to thank you for what you did and what you're doing. I know it doesn't mean a damn thing to hear it from me, but I'm proud of you. as much as I'm proud of her. I'm proud of you. I'm proud to be your friend. Now that that's all out of the way, I really gotta run before she clubs me to death with whatever textbook she picked up from the Learnatorium. I think she just happens to like the stylings of Preso Inu Masters. She's got a hell of an arm on her. Don't let her try to tell you otherwise. We should hang out again. Soon. Maybe I'll host another Rager again soon. I mean, what's the point in having a big house if it's always so empty, right?